What's the deal? It's your boy OG Unk through the Doty original gigolo. If you love your bitch, you better hide the hoe. I don't choose to get told. I'm cold to the Eskimo toes on these hoes. But before we start the show, let me run my intro.
Bend it, bust it, go. Bend it, bust it, go. Bend it, bust it, go. Bend it, bust it, bend it, bust it open, girl. Bend it, bust it open, bust it, bend it, bust it open, girl. Bend it, bust it open. Bend it over, bust it open. Do your thing, bitch. Bend it over, bust it open. Can you do a split? Bend it over, bust it open. All these rappers starting to sound the same. Bend it over, bust it open. Mama don't recognize I'm the prize that she need new eyes. Traumatized from other guys, but she thick in the thighs. Otherwise, I don't try. I'm a pimp on the fly, way up in the sky, and I gotta stay high. And she gotta be by. And I mean that I'm on my demon. If your bitch wanna see me, I'm literally on your TV. Not hard to find me, it's easy. Catch me outside in the streets, you can see me. If she choosing, I'ma give it a beefcake like a Stevie. Hold up, slow it down and switch the flow. Fuck her slow, yeah, I'ma show her. Put her legs up on my shoulder. Head first into the ocean. Bend it over, bust it open. Matter of fact, hold it. That ass you holding gon' get your shit swollen. On guard, I seen you the moment you showed her. I'm trying to see how you did what you did. Your body is shaped just like a Coca-Cola. Brown, yellow, dark, mocha. Don't care about the color, just come from the culture. I seen the bitch, mean and thick. I turned to Felicia quick to meet the bitch and eat the bitch. You don't get it and you won't understand that I've been peeing. I can laugh a bitch right over. Bend it, bust it, go. Bend it, bust it, go. Bend it, bust it, go. Bend it, bust it, bend it, bust it open, girl. Bend it, bust it open. Bend it, bust it open, girl. Bend it, bust it open. Bend it over, bust it open. Do your thing, bitch. Bend it over, bust it open. Can you do a split? Bend it over, bust it open. All these rappers starting to sound the same. Bend it over, bust it open.
Smoke in the city, niggas acting like they wanna scratch. If it's up, then it's up. What's up?
Omarion, Michael Jackson, genuine with the 9. Mean I'm sliding, I ain't never hiding from a bitch ass nigga with beef. Pull up and get beat to sleep and slid underneath the ride you rode. You lied, you hoes. Said that you would stomp down G's on the live you told, but nobody could find you hoes. And I know that you be lying to hoes, huh? So you reckless, bitch, I'm reckless, it's up. It's up. You got weapons, I got weapons, it's up. It's up. You from Texas, I'm from Texas, it's up. It's up. It's up. Yeah, nigga, it's up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Pull up that Rory, I skate off. Chopper take a nigga face off. Bitches never get a day off. I need my money, my cash, my skrill and my bread. I'm winning the bake off. Told her ride it with the brakes off. Hit that pussy like a baseball. Body to body to body to body. This study that lay here beside me gon' fly me to NOLA with brickies and roll it and roll up, roll up, pull up. Show up, t-shirt and panties, now we bout to go up, go up. Visit my planet, I told her I plan it, now open your garden, cause I'm about to planet your friend can get a collateral damage. Hold up, bitch, hold up, wait. Give me the yams and give me the cabbage. Hold on, wait. Look at that ass, you know I'ma grab it. My habit is perkies and bitches, but I like them zannies. You don't understand me, I don't understand myself. I don't want attention, I just want some help. The money I'm stacking don't listen as well. So you reckless, bitch, I'm reckless, it's up. It's up. You got weapons, I got weapons, it's up. It's up. You from Texas, I'm from Texas, it's up. It's up. It's up. Yeah, nigga, it's up. Yeah. So you reckless, bitch, I'm reckless, it's up. It's up. You got weapons, I got weapons, it's up. It's up. You from Texas, I'm from Texas, it's up. It's up. It's up. Yeah, nigga, it's up. Yeah. Gotta take care of my auntie. Gotta get a meal, not the entree. My bitch real bad, strange. Your bitch built bad, Hyundai. 4-5, get guys out of my way. Try to jump, get shot, that's how I play. Better run my fade the polite way. Better run my bread on the right day. Chill food with the head, then I might stay. Billie Jean moonwalk like Mike J. Too cold on the bitch, so I say. My froze on the hold these diamonds. came from the bottom and I'm steady climbing. I'm telling the story, I don't just be rhyming. Applying the hustle and learn from my mother, man. I really miss him, man. I really love him. Got so much to learn and so much to discover. And if it was up, it was up. If it's something that's stuck down, my mama was gangster. She didn't give a fuck. From a van to a truck, I could see she was tough, and I keep it with me like I keep the semi tuck. I need luck about as much as a duck need chucks. My luck sucks and I don't give a fuck. What? So you reckless, bitch? I'm reckless. It's up. It's up. You got weapons, I got weapons. It's up. It's up. You from Texas, I'm from Texas. It's up. It's up. It's up. Yeah, nigga, it's up. Yeah. So you reckless, bitch? I'm reckless. It's up. It's up. You got weapons, I got weapons. It's up. It's up. You from Texas, I'm from Texas. It's up. It's up. It's up. Yeah, nigga, it's up. Yeah.
Nigga, ain't nothing offset but the rims on my car, nigga. What you talking about, man? It's Friday chat.
Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left,
I'm
move
sleeping.
to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left.
I'm a
move
old
to
nigga.
the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left.
Hold up.
Nigga, you better get gone.
Good evening, Kiara. Your ex is doing good. I wonder, have you seen her, Kiara? You say I'm broke, but you the one that's leaning, Kiara. They say your family was stealing. They what you scheming, Kiara? I mean it, Kiara. We seen it. I'm sorry. 2 mil, your bitch bigger than you. She said you couldn't fill her heels. Please wait. No disrespect in the Cardi. I'm just talking the way I talk it. Get back to Kiara. You ain't bad. You bougie, man. She choosing. Big fact shit. Dig Stefan digging. You can't get your bitch back. Bitch, you can take this shit however you want take it. Remember in Atlanta when 4PF and stripped you naked? I mean it. I've been beat up, but they stripped you to your penis. Diabolical Cephas, you was folded like a fetus. Jesus, help Cephas talking broken, so facetious. Offset, joke, text, dick.
Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left.
If you know it, sing it with me. Here we go.
Nigga, you better get gone.
Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. You lost your bitch and now she with another man. You lost your bitch and now she flexing on the gram. You lost a bitch, her and that nigga holding hands. Goddamn, you in the jam, boy. I thought that you was winning, you bitch. She said the same about me in the beginning. I'm with it, come get it. You can get fitted, don't get it twitted. I'm overcommitted. Your own city ain't fucking with it. Handle my business, take care of your children, you deadbeat. Rumor to rumor, your teeth rotten, you love sweets. You done played Cardi getting laid. Dick fog, you ain't paid nothing since May. Bitch, no, the house in Atlanta all up bananas. Your monkey face ass eating come out her pocket. That classy, you should stop at the optics, ain't looking good. Do you need some contacts? You broke, I know from when you was beefing about
Nigga, you gotta
contacts,
move
bitch.
to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you gotta move to the left, move to the left, move to the left. Nigga, you better get gone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Green eggs and ham. I am your boy OG Unk through the Dodie original gigolo. If you love your bitch, you better hide the hoe. I don't choose or get told. I'm cold to the Eskimo toes on your hoe. Let go. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, for letting us see another Friday evening. Lord Jesus, can't beat us. Sent another sticker. Receive it, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, this evening. We want to give a special thank you shout out to KB for the $20. starting off with it early. The doors of the church are open. Matter of fact, ushers close them motherfuckers. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, this evening. So look at here. We're gonna get straight into the shit. We got the shit. I told y'all I'm sleepy, but we got the content. We're gonna get to the shit. Let me see who in here real quick before we start. Keisha, what's happening? Aqua Kiss, what's happening? K-Bay. Wait a minute, is it K-Bay or KB? It's K-Bay, goddammit. I've been saying it wrong. Goddammit, I'm so sorry, Jesus. Forgive me, Jesus! I swear for Jesus, I see 2 E's in it. Oh, it was 2 E's. You tricked me, Jesus. She tried to gaslight me, Jesus. I know I seen it what I seen it when I seen it what I seen it. Lord Jesus, they trying to confuse me. They know I'm an old nigga, Jesus. They know I'm old. Damn it. Okay, I got you. Shit, nah. Trying to confuse Unc around here. Lord, don't scare me like that, nah. Scare me like that. So, we got Keisha, Vicky, K-Bay, Aqua Kiss, Desi, what's happening with you? God damn it, all right. Shout out to everybody out there getting that money, struggling, hustling, thugging it forever. Shout out to the Mexicans, the essays. Shout out to the LGBTQ elemental P. And lastly but not least, shout out to the lady. Oh, yeah. Nothing better in the world than a woman. Nothing better in the world than a woman. So look at here, chat. The first thing we going to start with, you see the thumbnail. we going to start with Darren. Yeah, we going to start with Darren. Because Darren is declaring and he's swearing that Lucian Grange did something strange for a little piece of change to help Kendrick Lamar whoop his ass. That's what he's saying. Now, the funny thing about this is I read into it. I got the paperwork. I read the whole situation. I understand it. And Drake is
You's a bitch. Straight bitch. You get two options, nigga, the switch or the stick.
That's Drake right there. The shit that's going on between a rap battle, I'm finna give you some information now. I ain't just finna tell y'all no bullshit. I got the content, I'm telling now. So, the other day, in case you don't know, you haven't been up to what's going on, paperwork came out that Drake had included Dave Free and Kendrick's kids in the lawsuit. He wants DNA tests done on Kendrick's kids. He wants information, documents about Dave Free's relationship between Kendrick and Kendrick's kids. Want proof they Kendrick kids. He also wants a copy of Kendrick contract, right? He asked for all this shit, this paperwork come out the other day, right? We reviewed it, we went through it. Everybody was going crazy for that. He also asked for proof that Kendrick Lamar is guilty of domestic violence, okay? He wants any documents that Universal may have stemming from that incident to prove that his claims are real, because ultimately what Drake is trying to say is, hey, during this rap battle, this guy lied on me, but what I said about him is true. He called me a pedophile, and I ain't never pedophile nobody. And that's not right. That's defamation of character. Ultimately, that's what he's suing Universal Music for. It's defamation of character. It's different layers for it, right? He's alleging that Universal helped Kendrick Lamar whoop his ass because he's so arrogant that he cannot fathom the idea that Kendrick Lamar alone whooped his ass. So he had to have help from the record label, okay? I don't know what Drake is doing, but to be honest with you, I think he's making a play at independence. because we're gonna keep it real. With all the Drake jokes and all that shit cool. But we finna keep it real, right? This might not be an animated stream. We finna get down to the shit. I'm finna give y'all some information on what's going on so y'all can understand what's happening. So, Drake doesn't believe that he lost. He believes Universal helped. Kendrick beat him. He also believes that the CEO of Universal personally has something to do with this because he was already in contract negotiations with Universal, okay? The shit wasn't going his way. In the middle of this negotiation, the battle happens. He gets his ass kicked. So now Universal can go to him and say, hey, you know, this, and this happened. Your stock dropped a little bit, so we're not going to give you this, but we're willing to give you this. He don't like that, so now it's time to sue because they must have plotted against me to devalue me during this contract negotiation. So since the contract negotiations fell apart and it led to this lawsuit, I personally believe that Drake is trying to become an independent artist. He already owns his masters, right? I don't know what year it start, but I know Universal own a lot of his back catalog. We're going to get into that. I got paperwork on that. Because there's debates about that, whether Drake owns whatever and this, that, and the third. So it's been speculated that this Iceman album is his last album on Universal, which is why the contract negotiations was going on. So if this is his last album, and he's gonna be a free agent after this, that puts him in a unique position. Because outside of all the jokes and the bullshit, Drake he's number one. He's that guy. We go keep it real. Is he slightly falling? Is it not hitting like it used to? Of course. But Drake is still Drake. Let's not act like Drake is not Drake. I feel that he has lost the US market and he continues to do things to turn off the US market, but he's a worldwide artist, so he'll be okay. He can go pander to the UK and say stupid shit from the stage over there, like they better rappers than us. He can go do that and he'll be fine. Like he could go to other countries, but I think he might lose his market here. And really, when it comes to hip hop, the US market, the black market is the most important market. I don't care what anybody says. The black dollar is the most important dollar in this country. We consume more goods than any other race. Period. We spend more money on bullshit than any other race. Period. With that being said, and that can lead into the Tyler topic that I got on how people didn't support her because of a misunderstanding between her and the black U.S. audience, right? So anyway, so I think Drake is losing his market here. I don't know how that's going to work. Some people believe he's planning the U.S. tour. We'll see about that. With that being said, if Drake becomes independent with his star status, it could really hurt the music industry. With that being said, I feel like what he's doing now is like a kid having a temper tantrum. Oh, you don't want to negotiate, give me what I want with this next contract for me to sign again, so I'm going to burn the house down as I'm leaving type shit. You see what I'm saying? Because he's trying to expose Universal Music Group for things that are illegal. He's trying to tarnish the image of Kendrick Lamar by asking for documents and proof of domestic violence and that his kids ain't his and they Dave Freeze and shit. He's trying to tarnish Kendrick's image. He's trying to tarnish the image of the record label. He's trying to tarnish the image of Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange and Drake had an agreement. In case you don't know, that's the white man that's on my thumbnail. This is Lucian Grange right here. Most powerful white man in the music industry. If there's a more powerful white man than him, I don't know him. Him and Drake had a deal that Drake wasn't going to include him in this. And just like the white man that Drake is, he turned around and put him in it. It's in the paperwork. I told y'all on my other stream, Drake is white. He's not us. He's playing white man games. That's why the court system is involved. You see Kendrick ain't filed shit. Kendrick could countersue this nigga. But you ain't heard Kendrick say nothing about no court. Because Kendrick is from the culture. This is not how we handle rap battles. But because this is a white man playing black, he got hit too hard in the fight, so now he running tell the police. So anyway, let's get to the paperwork. Matter of fact, before I get to that, this is what I wanted to say about the independence. Hold on. Because when Academics was on the phone with Birdman, he mentioned he about to be the next Lucian. Who he talking about? That wasn't supposed to be said on stream, but it was said on stream. Listen to what Birdman is saying. This is what I was saying in relevance to the Drake possibly trying to be independent and trying to topple Universal Music Group and Lucian all at the same time. It's a major play. And take down Kendrick at the same time because he hurt by what Kendrick said, but he's also using what happened with Kendrick to help to topple the label. Especially if this is his last deal. Like I say, oh, y'all don't want to play the shit the way I want to play it? Well, fine. I'll leave the house and burn the shit down on the way out. You see what I'm saying? Let's listen to what Birdman's saying. He talking to Wack 100 here, and Academics is listening.
Because they started off
and this also will relate to why he wants to see Kendrick's contract so bad.
Because they started off as interns.
Really?
They was interns first. Yeah, they was interns. Yeah. They went from interns to Doug and Mel made them CEOs. Then they started their own. He gave them opportunity to start their own company. They started Republic. Doug and Mel bought into half of it, and they got Nelly and a bunch of other motherfuckers, and that motherfucker took off. Yo, Stunner. And wait, let me tell you something else. He about to be the next Lucian.
He mute the shit right there.
Yeah, that'd be legendary for you, Act. Stunner, look like the end of November, so we right on top.
Nah. He say he about to be the next Lucian. He said him by name right there. Also, as I was looking into this, right? Lucian pretty much started out as an intern. Listen, it says Grange left Queen Elizabeth's grammar school for boys at the age of 18 and began working as a runner at MPC, a talent scout company in 1978. What is a runner? An intern. After contacting several record label bosses, he was offered a job by Maurice Oberstein, chairman of CBS Record. Wait a minute, what name did he just say? Because I didn't read all that. Did he just say what names did he just say?
Because they started off as interns.
Really?
They was interns first. Yeah, they was interns. Yeah. They went from interns to Doug and Mel made them CEOs. Then they started their own. He gave them opportunity to start their.
Okay, he say Doug and Mel. But either way, he say he finna be the next Lucian. I don't know about that Doug and Mel. I don't know if that part he talking about this. Talking about Lucian, but Lucian definitely started out as a goddamn intern. That's for sure. What is a runner? An intern. Straight up. And now he is the CEO of Universal Music Group, one of the most powerful white men in the music industry. And so I think that's what Wack was referring to when he said he about to be the next Lucian. Because if this the last album he owe Universal and then he finna be a free agent, you know what I'm saying? He trying to take niggas down on his way out. You feel me? All right, let's get to the paperwork, chat. So this is from yesterday, actually. This is in reference to the paperwork we read the other day with Drake requesting all these documents and shit. Let's see, is this the one? No, this is where he wants to add Lucian because it's two. This the first one, this the second motion. Okay, this one is about the documents he asking for. This one is about Lucian. Okay, so this is what we'll do because I want to do them in order. Because Lucian responded. So we'll do what they saying about Lucian, then we'll do Lucian's response, and then we'll do the second motion, which is the request for production, which is wanting to see the contracts and basically they defense of why he asking for this shit, basically. He don't have no real reason to be asking for this shit. Like, I read through all this. I read all of it. I know it's a guy involved in a lawsuit named Kojo. If I recall correctly, I think that's a name that was said in Family Matters. Didn't he say Kojo be charging you double for nothing? Is that what he said? Kojo be charging you double for nothing? I swear that's what he said. Because then what's going to end up happening is, because I got the paperwork on that too, that involves the Kojo guy. But I don't know what his relevancy is. I just know he worked for Kendrick. That's in the third song. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Hold on, chat. Bigger than you. Let me see. Anthony set up the plays. Kojo be charging you double for nothing. Sure did. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to look into. I ain't gonna do it right now, cause that paperwork, I don't know how long that paperwork is, but I got the paperwork on Kojo too. All right, so anyway, chat. They say Kojo not a real person. What? I got paperwork on Kojo. Like, I really got the paperwork on Kojo. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see where that paperwork on Kojo at. Cause my goddamn top flight chat now, they be on it. In the Discord now, they be on it. Shout out Jazzy. She really be on it. Let me see. Cause she damn sure sent me some shit about Kojo. Here it is. Gave him the okay to subpoena Kojo. Cause he owns a company called Nowhere to Hide. Yeah. And that's supposedly that's what Drake was referencing when he said, there's nowhere to hide, you know what I mean? But they say, they say the company ran by a different person though. I don't know. But I look into the shit. We'll figure it out. I'll look into the shit. So anyway, this is the first motion to compel from Drake. Well, this is the argument against Drake adding Lucian to the lawsuit. So in this first motion to compel, Drake seeks to have Lucian Grange added as a document custodian because he is the CEO of UMG, which is an indirect parent corporation of Universal Music Group. Drake, even though he previously agreed, right here, I told y'all, this is what white people do. Even though he previously agreed not to seek documents from Lucian, in light of UMG's agreement to designate and produce relevant documents from 11 document custodians, the nigga turned around and did it anyway. That's basically what this say right here. I highlighted for you. Lying ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I want to say the C word, but that would be racist. I don't want white people to get mad at me because Drake ain't even the nigga at this point. You know what I want to call him. You understand what I'm saying? Drake's motion is a transparent attempt to use discovery to harass UMG and force it to waste time and resources out of spite because he mad like a bitch. The premise of Drake's motion that he could not have lost a rap battle. Wait, this is what's so funny, chat. I swear for Jesus, I could pull it up and show you on other streams. Before I got to this, I did not tell y'all. Drake is so arrogant that he truly does not believe in his mind. There's absolutely no way I lost this battle to Kendrick. There's absolutely, the only way I lost is because Universal helped him. That's what it was. I beat him. No, he had the machine. Drake really feels in his heart that it is utterly impossible that Kendrick beat him without the label. This is the, listen, it said right here. The premise of Drake's motion that he could not have lost a rap battle unless it was the product of some imagined secret conspiracy going to the top of UMG's corporate structure is absurd. Lucian is the CEO of a multinational enterprise. His days are spent determining and implementing global strategy, not dealing with bullshit like listening to individual songs and looking at album covers and releases and promotional plans for one damn song. This man got bigger fish to fry. Even if Lucian had any documents, they would surely be captured by the Discovery team. It's 11 of them niggas. And they was actually, and they would find who was actually responsible for releasing and promoting Not Like Us. Like that shit would be captured by them. Drake does not come close to meeting his burden of showing why Lucian must give up the paperwork. His motion should be denied. Drake begins his motion by citing a case that don't even involve document custodians to incorrectly assert. Look, the nigga started shit off wrong, basically. He started the shit off wrong. I'm gonna put this in nigga terms. So, let me see. That we don't need to know that. Hold on. So look, this is another important part. At minimum, Drake bears the burden in showing that the requested custodian is likely to have non-cumulative relevant documents. What that means is, and they say this burden cannot be met with mere speculation. You have to know for a fact. What they saying right here is, it's in the law or some shit. They got the case laws and all this shit up here that basically explain that you can't add another person asking for paperwork from them if it's possible that they literally gonna produce the same exact shit that we already have. If they don't have nothing different than what we already have, then what you adding them for? That's literally what that means. And so what they're saying is, so asking Lucian for his documents don't make no sense because anything Lucian give you, y'all already got. You have to have proof that he has something, some paperwork that's different from what's already been submitted and is relevant to this case here. This is a civil case, by the way, that's relevant to this case. You feel me? And Drake hasn't met that. Drake fails to meet his burden to show that Sir Lucian has documents that are both relevant and non-cumulative. As an initial matter, Sir Lucian has at most only minimal relevance to this action, as Sir Lucian explains. Because he runs a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation, he does not get into the weeds as to the release and promotion of any particular sound recording. Declaration of Sir Lucian Grange, that's exactly what he said in this declaration right here that I got right here. That's exactly what it's right here. That's exactly what he got. That's what he said. What did he say? Okay. So Sir Lucian, in fact, never heard the record Not Like Us, nor did he see the cover art or the music video until after the shit was released by Interscope. And while Sir Lucian has financial oversight of and responsibility for UMG global businesses, the proportion that he was involved in, much less responsible for, reviewing and approving the content of Not Like Us, is cover art or music video, or for determining or directing the promotion of those materials, is groundless and indeed ridiculous. Translation. Kendrick Lamar is signed to Interscope Records. Interscope Records is under the umbrella of UMG. That's the parent company, UMG. That's what Lucian run, UMG. So Interscope got their own thing going on with Kendrick Lamar. So there's layers, a chain of command. Lucian sit at the goddamn top. This man probably out there somewhere playing golf while these niggas is on the internet fighting. And don't have a goddamn clue. And Drake is trying to say that Lucian knew about this shit. They conspired to take me down. Right? This is saying, man, Lucian ain't got time for that goddamn shit. What is you talking about? Lucian is too big for this. Even though he look over the money and all that, he too big for this. Interscope did what they did, then they got the Universal, and then he find out. He ain't know nothing about this shit. He ain't know nothing about this Al Jarreau. In contrast, Drake's attempts to show Sir Lucian's relevance are so strained that they define credulity. I looked that word up. I forgot. Credulity is when you want something to be right, when you want it to be true. Like you believe it so strong in your heart that you want it to be true. Like Drake believes in his heart so much that Lucian and UMG conspired with Interscope and Kendrick Lamar to take him down. He wants that to be true so bad. Drake cites to his own information and belief allegations that Sir Lucian was involved in the publication of Not Like Us and played a key role in approving the publication and or failing to prevent the music video's publication. But these allegations, which do not plead that Sir Lucian necessarily did anything at all, are unaccompanied by any facts and thus amount to nothing more than mere speculation. Which does nothing to show that Sir Lucian likely has non-cumulative relevant documents, especially given Sir Lucian's sworn declaration to the contrary. Translation. Drake, he want to believe this shit so bad, he don't have no goddamn information. He going off what he think. This shit is absurd. Lucian ain't had nothing to do with this. And any goddamn paper that you get is most likely gonna be the same shit that you already got. So why is you messing with the man? He's not relevant to this. Now, Sir Lucian briefly praised Drake on an All Earnings call in 2022. That also lacks any connection to potentially relevant documents. Nor does Drake even attempt to explain how his motion is supported by the fact that Sir Lucian wrote in the introduction to UMG's. Basically what this is he's trying to use Universal Music Group's code of conduct against them and trying to put it on Lucian Grange. And Lucian already said, nigga, I ain't the one who wrote that shit. How you gonna hold that shit against me? I ain't wrote that shit. Oh, this is the funniest shit right here, chat. This the funniest shit right here. Particularly strange and petty is Drake's assertion that Sir Lucian should be added as a custodian because he celebrated a Grammy win by Kendrick Lamar, one of UMG's artists, something that obviously is irrelevant, but that surely annoyed Drake.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I laughed. It's not funny to me right now because I already seen it. I laughed out loud. Do you know why I laughed out loud? Because do you know how many concerts and shit that we have watched on this stream and people have commented? People have even commented on the ticket tacky and said, Drake go sue everybody in that stadium. Oh shit, they in Canada singing that Drake suing everybody. Oh, you better watch out. Drake go add you to the lawsuit. These is the jokes. And I be damned if Drake didn't add Lucian Grange to the lawsuit because of this. Because of this. He high-fived Dr. Dre. Oh, you gonna high-five Dr. Dre, huh, you son of a bitch? I knew y'all was in on it together. Yeah, Dr. Dre the one. They both them niggas from Compton. Yeah, you niggas is in on it together. Look at this. Look, bow, put him in the lawsuit right there. I'm not bullshitting. You see what's happening right there? I just read it for you. I'm gonna show it to you again. Drake's assertion that Sir Lucian should be added as a custodian is because he celebrated a Grammy win by Kendrick Lamar. The man high-fived Dr. Dre, put him in the goddamn lawsuit. Do you see the shit?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
He must have did it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, this must have been a plot to get me. Oh man, please tell me this shit ain't froze. Please tell me it ain't froze. Oh, don't tell me it's froze. Oh, I'm so mad. Wait a minute. No, hell no. Hell no. I'm doing all that shit all over again. Y'all got to see that shit? No. Hell no. Hell no. Is my shit froze? What's happening? Is it playing? No, no, no. Don't do me like that. There it is. Look, right there. Boom. High five the nigga. Wait a minute. It said right here, chat. I highlighted. Let me make sure my screen moving on these bitches. Wait a minute, chat. Yeah, it's moving. Right there, I highlighted it for you, right there. Drake's assertion that Sir Lucian should be added as a custodian because he celebrated a Grammy win by Kendrick Lamar. Right there, goddammit. There it is, right there. I'm surprised he didn't put Dr. Dre in the shit. When I said, oh my God, he really doing it for real. You see, he added Screwface John in there. All right, so let's get back to the shit. Let me make sure my shit moving. Yeah, I don't need that shit. Yeah. We lit. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. The only occasion where Drake even attempts to connect Sir Lucian to the elements of his claims is to argue that discovery from Sir Lucian could be relevant to actual malice. But even this argument is lacking. When there are multiple actors involved in an organizational defendant's publication of a defamatory statement, the plaintiff must identify the individual responsible for publication of a statement, and it is that individual the plaintiff must prove acted with actual malice. But Drake, again, can point to nothing to suggest that Sir Lucian, the CEO of the entire company, is the individual responsible for publishing Not Like Us. God damn it. So, in other words, you have to prove that Lucian is the one that published the shit, because that's that defamatory shit, the defamation of the character, because Drake's suing for the defamation of the character and shit. You see what I'm saying? Well, how you gonna put Lucian in here? How he the defamation of your character? Because he didn't say shit. Kendrick Lamar did it. And see, he don't want to sue Kendrick directly. That's what he really need to do and quit acting like a bitch. Because that's who he really mad at, light-skinned bitch. He's a white man. He not hip-hop. He not like us. The nigga the best actor we've ever seen. And I'm sick of this shit. I ain't gonna lie. If he make a slap, I'ma play it. But fuck that nigga, man. No. How many more black features to this nigga feel like he black enough? I'm offended at the fact that the motherfucker went over to the UK talking about that they were better than us. I may not be the best rapper. Some people may think I'm trash, but I take offense to that. Because I got confidence in my shit. Come over there talking that shit, nigga. Even though Skepta beat Joyner Lucas. At its core, Drake's motion seeks discovery from Sir Lucian based on speculation that his position as a senior executive might increase the relevance of his files. But as court have repeatedly held, this is not a basis for designating him as a custodian. In other words, Drake feels that because Lucian is the CEO, his paperwork might be more relevant than everybody else's. So if he can get some paperwork that Lucian got that can prove that somebody was incentivized to boost Not Like Us and all this other dumbass shit, or that they paid for payola or promotion, anything pertaining to Not Like Us, if it come from Lucian, then it gotta have more relevance because that's the CEO. And if we can prove that the head man was against us, then we can prove that it was a plot to take us out, and they doing bad business, and they tried to devalue me because we were renegotiating the record deal. And that's Drake. Goddamn vanilla ice cream face ass nigga. So, let's see what else this shit say. Basically, all that shit speculation. Denying discovery from high-level executive where plaintiff's reason for their inclusion does not sufficiently show the... Moreover, any relevant documents in Sir Lucian's possession would surely be captured by searches of UMG's 11 other custodians. For this to be otherwise, Sir Lucian would not only have to have been involved in the events underlying this case, but would have to have done so in a way that somehow excluded the individuals actually responsible for the publication and promotion of Not Like Us. In other words, any relevant documents to this case, the people that y'all done elected, the 11 people, because they get to pick the people. The 11 people y'all picked to get the paperwork from, okay? Any documents Lucian got, they would have captured it, anything that was relevant, okay? If that don't happen, then that would mean that Lucian is involved in this shit like y'all say he is. And if that's the case, then his actions and decisions excluded the actual people who put out Not Like Us. If y'all saying he in control like y'all say he is, if he is, you see what I'm saying? Drake never actually denies that the vast majority of whatever relevant documents Sir Lucian has are likely duplicated elsewhere. And basically right there, Drake is just admitting that it's possible that he got duplicates, but we still want his papers anyway. We still want them. It might be duplicate. Granted, it might be duplicates in there, but we still want them anyway just to make sure. They got case law showing that this shit is not supposed to happen. If you don't have no goddamn proof or evidence that they might have something that's relevant to this case that has not already been submitted, then you can add them. And you don't have that. That's basically what this whole paragraph say. And they cite case law where they, show this and, yeah, you can do this, you can't do that, and all that shit. And they basically say on here, and the shit that Drake is accusing Lucian of is mooted by his declaration that he put out. And basically, Drake has not proved why Lucian needs to be added as a custodian. Why do you need to see his paperwork? For what? That's basically what that say. And that's why this shit should be denied, because asking Lucian for paperwork it has no purpose, because anything he has to offer, y'all, I'm sure y'all already got. That's what they saying. And they saying that they doing this ultimately to harass Lucian, because they do this kind of shit. Man, look, in civil cases, so in shit like this, and I'm not a lawyer, I never been through this. This is shit that I heard, right? On my understanding of how this shit go. So they filed a civil shit, right? So then the person got to present their case, and then whatever happened in the file, and then the other person got to get served. And then what happens after that is discovery. And then these people got to present what they have. Like the person got to present what evidence they have to present their case, and then the defense present, and then this shit can go on forever because of motions and appeals and all this other shit and its steps. And then the next step is a deposition, okay? Where they sit down in the room, they swear you in like you in court, you put your hand on the Bible, swear the truth, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and the truth always is the truth. And then they ask you the questions, right? It's a deposition, right? That's the next step. And then I think after that is a mediation. Or maybe that's all the same thing. But the whole thing, they try to avoid going to court. They don't want to go to court. They're trying to prevent you niggas from going to court. So let's see if we can handle this shit here and get it figured out first before we take this shit to court, because we really don't want to do that. That costs money. So anyway, the point is, that's going to be the interesting part, is the deposition. That's going to be the explosive part, because by Drake adding all these people to the lawsuit for various reasons, such as Kendrick, such as Lucian, Anthony Salih, Dave Free. These people can be subpoenaed for a deposition. You did what I'm saying? In a deposition, you can't lie. They get Kendrick get up, tell I heard somebody say this. Now I'm telling I'm stealing this from somebody else. It's not my original thought. Now I don't be fronting. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, goddamn it, I got it from Academic. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't think about this. I was like, cause this I put it together. He was like, yeah, man, cause he could ask Kendrick shit like, or they, not Drake, but the lawyers, the people could ask Kendrick shit like, you ever beat up your bitch? Did you ever cheat or whatever? Did you ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he can't lie. Like, that would be the explosive part of the deposition. And Drake feels so strong. He ready for a deposition. But this what I put together. I said, when Axe said that shit, I said, oh my God, it's been in our face the whole goddamn time. And I'm so stuck on other shit. Boy, I would get distracted by the show. I'm the one that would get distracted by the show and completely miss the goddamn meaning behind the show and what's really going on. Because I'm so distracted by the show. I say, well, that makes sense. Why Kendrick did this? Right? That makes sense why he did this. Because that's the next goddamn step in this shit once they get past the goddamn motions and the shit and discovery and they get all their shit together. That's the next step. What did he do? He also added SZA up there in a deposition. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I said, oh my God. So Kendrick basically been telling us for a whole year how he gonna act in the deposition. I'm thinking this just some funny shit because Drake is suing, he on some court ass shit, so hey, it would be funny if we did it like it's a deposition. But it's like, wait a minute, no, maybe this nigga really understand that a deposition is coming and he being funny on top of that. And like, yeah, this how I'ma really handle the deposition because I know it's coming, this bitch ass nigga. Talking, got me all in the paperwork and shit. He's suing. He ain't suing me, but goddamn it, they gonna subpoena me. You know what I'm saying? I could be reaching, but I swear when Academic said that shit, yeah, cause you know after this it come to depositions, and I said, oh shit, I forgot about that. Cause I ain't been tuned into this, cause they keep doing all these motions and all. I don't want to hear about that shit. Let's get to the shit. But these recent motions have been important, and that's why we covering them. So, that was the paperwork we read, was Drake's first motion to compel, and that was to add Sir Lucian Grange. Basically, to add him as a custodian because he wants documents from Sir Lucian Grange. Here's what Sir Lucian Grange put out. Lucian Grange declare as follows. I am the chairman and CEO of Universal Music Group, which is the indirect parent corporation of defendant UMG Recordings. Plaintiff Aubrey Drake claims that I was behind a scheme to devalue his brand through the release and promotion of the Kendrick Lamar recording Not Like Us, an allegation that makes no sense due to the fact that a company that I run, Universal Music Group, has invested hundreds of millions of dollars in Drake, including long-standing and critical financial support for his recording career, the purchase and ownership of the bulk of his recording catalog, and the purchase of his music publishing rights. Now look at here, chat. We got to stop right there, chat. We got to stop right there, chat. There's a post I saved. I don't know who this Bryant person is. I don't know if he's a spokesperson for Drake or what. But this came out 5 hours ago from Academics TV. Now this is the nerd part. This the back end part of the business. This is the paperwork part. This the part that people don't like, that they don't care about. They just want to see the glitz and the glamour and the music and the diamonds and the jewelry and the bitches and the money. This the back end part right here. So Academic TV say, the audience is indeed slow and hip-hop media are liars. Here are the facts. Drake owns his masters and has recouped from his $400 million deal 4 albums ago. UMG got no ownership of back catalog. That's what the caption say. Now the statement says, the record company doesn't have any ownership of Drake, Bryant said. The label does not have participation on profits. They don't have ownership of his masters. We control his entire career. Those deals don't happen anymore. So, if Universal don't own shit, so then Lucian Grainge lied? Because this is a sworn declaration that was published on the 14th. Yesterday. So Lucian lied? Because it say right here, the purchase and ownership of the bulk of his recording catalog and the purchase of his music publishing rights. So that means masters and his publishing. Oh, okay. All right. It also makes no sense whatsoever as I run a publicly traded multi-billion. So somebody lying. It also makes no sense whatsoever as I run a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation whose operations in over 60 countries covering nearly 200 markets ultimately report up to me. Our business encompasses over 100 record labels, as well as a multinational music publishing division, global merchandise and direct-to-consumer businesses, the worldwide Virgin Music label services, short and long-form audio-visual production, bitch, and a variety of other businesses. Each with its own CEO, president, and its own management structure. Collectively, these businesses issue tens of thousands of releases and product each month. My focus is on developing and implementing the global strategy that will shape UMG for generations to come. In light of this responsibility, the proposition that I am in the weeds as to the release and promotion of any particular sound recording from the thousands of UMG releases throughout the world is farcical. Shit is ridiculous. To think that me, the CEO, is personally responsible for any of the shit that come out under my label. You stupid motherfucker. I'm on my goddamn yacht in the south of France. You talking about some goddamn not like us. Given my role, I am accustomed and unfortunately largely resigned to personal attacks, and I further recognize that a frequent strategy of UMG's litigation opponents is to attempt to waste my and UMG's time and resources with discovery of the sort that Drake is seeking here. Wasting my time with this bullshit. That's really what he doing. Unfortunately, because I'm the man, I got to deal with the bullshit. Because I'm the one in the position. But hey, it come with the job. Either in an attempt to gain media attention or in an effort to force some kind of commercial renegotiation or financial concessions. I stopped short. But basically what Drake doing, basically the shit he doing, he either looking for media attention or he trying to goddamn force us to renegotiate the way he want us to negotiate, and it's not gonna happen. Shit. Period. Get your light-skinned ass out of here, bitch. But given Drake's motion, I would like to make it quite clear that I had never heard the recording Not Like Us, nor ever saw the corresponding cover art or music video until after they were released by Interscope Records. Whilst, as part of my role, I certainly have financial oversight and responsibility for UMG's global businesses, the proposition that I was involved in, much less responsible for, reviewing and approving the content of Not Like Us, its cover art or music video, or for determining or directing the promotion of those materials is groundless and indeed ridiculous. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct, executed on August 14, 2025 in Monterey, California. Yo move, bitch. That's what Lucian told Drake. See, this right here, this may be boring to some, and that's fine. But these young artists, this the shit they really need to be paying attention to, what's going on between Drake and this record label and shit. Because Drake is, I don't know what he doing. It's like I say before, this nigga's a bitch, dog. It's like long as it was working for you, it was all good. Soon as they stop doing it for you and start doing it for somebody else, you start crying like a bitch. You feel me? Like, this shit crazy. absolute delusion that this dude feels like Not Like Us could not have been as impactful as it is without Universal, which is absolute bullshit. Forget all that Kendrick fan shit. Forget all that K-Bot shit. I'm talking Drake, whatever the hell you want to call it. Just straight up, no personal feelings, listening to music. The minute I heard Not Like Us, I knew what it was. I am from the South. I don't give a fuck about no Toronto, no disrespect, but I'm from the South. I don't care about no West Coast, no Toronto. I ain't on either side, nigga. I'm from the South. I don't care. Who got the slaps? I was watching X Stream when he debuted the shit. That shit said, doo 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 doo. I heard that old school sample. I said, what is this? Because the shit that Kendrick had been releasing had them soul samples at the beginning. Like Euphoria threw me off with the way it came on. I was like, what the hell? Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch it. I said, what the fuck is Kendrick doing? I swear for Jesus, I'm sitting here watching X Stream, listening to this shit. This slow ass shit. Cause all I got in my mind, drop. I'm like, hey, I told y'all I was a Drake fan. I came into this thinking Drake was gonna win. That goddamn shit. Don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell you. Shoo! I said, what? And the rest was history after that. When they played Not Like Us. I said, what the fuck is this Kendrick doing? What is he doing? And that shit said, mustard on the beat, ho. Mustard on the beat, ho. Deep. I said, oh, literally that fast. I said, oh my God. I swear on my dead mama. It was that fast of a transition. They're gonna copyright me. This probably gonna get cut out. Look, I ain't gonna even do it. Literally. That shit came in. What the fuck is this Kendrick is doing? Because I didn't care for Meet the Grams. It was good. The lyrical content and shit, but the beat, I don't care if I never hear Meet the Grams ever again. Literally, while that shit was going on, I went to LA. I got the pictures to prove it. I'm hoping to go out there and see. I'm in Hollywood. I'm on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm thinking I'm gonna see. I'm like, yeah, I get to see what it's like on the West Coast with this Kendrick shit going on. And this old school nigga was in a slingshot playing Meet the Grams. I said, what the hell? I'm talking about they had that shit loud in the bitch. Don't you pill problem, money problem, drinking problem, bitches problem. I'm like, he had a bitch with him too. I said, this nigga riding around listening to Meet the Grams? But anyway, Drake he literally cannot fathom in his mind that Not Like Us is really that good of a song. I knew the battle was over before the hook came. Mustard on that beat, ho, deep boat, any rap nigga, he a freak, dope man down, call an ambulance, tell him freak, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Debo, what's up with these jabroni, yeah, nigga trying to see Compton, the industry can hate me like a Molly, mama, how many got you really, I mean, there's too many out there, finna pass on his body like John Thott, beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching, oh my God, I've never heard a nigga say that shit before in my life.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
What? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show nigga. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down, whole time I know he got some. I'm in here going crazy. I wish I was streaming, I'm listening to the lyrics. Walk him down, whole time I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully that fro on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. Oh no, Jesus. No, Jesus. You better never go to cell block. Oh no, this nigga's wildin'. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, cause I know it's people on each different sides of the fence, like these stupid son bitches I got saved on the TikTok talking about Family Matters was the best song in the battle. Nigga, okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. We gonna do that. We gonna say that. Family Matters is the best song in the battle. But guess what, bitch? He had to put 3 songs in one to go against one.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
The nigga put 3 songs in one to go against one. And only the third one is really dissing Kendrick. And if you want to put, and that's the bullshit I hate. It's 3 songs. It's 3 songs. They never, they never specify which song they talking about. Which one you talking about? Cause if you break it down, you really can only talk about the third one. Kendrick just opened their mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. That one, that's the only one you really can count. And you not gonna tell me that bullshit is better than Not Like Us. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. And I love that shit. I love that shit. The third one, that shit so hard. But you not gonna tell me that shit better than better than Not Like Us. Bitch, get out of here. Bitch, get out of here. I don't wanna hear that shit. Drake is like, in what world did Kendrick beat me? In this one, bitch. Man, let me go and get through this paperwork, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I got in the spirit. I be reading these goddamn comments and shit, and people just be saying, don't get me started on Euphoria. Don't do that. Don't even do that. Because lyrically, if we just want to talk about bars, Euphoria is the best one. If we just talking about overall bars, just like lyrics, punchlines, double entendres, shit like that, similes, metaphors, if we talking about that, yeah. Drake was saying some slick shit, don't get me wrong. Euphoria is on some other shit. And then another place to me where Drake lost that don't nobody talk about except for me, and I did it about the stream, and I don't know if anybody else talked about it, but I'm just saying I'm the one that talked about it because I ain't seen nobody else talk about it, is Drake is one-dimensional. I've been through this shit 1,000 times. The way Drake start the verse is how he gonna end the verse. If you listen to Family Matters, he rapped 3 different ways on all 3 songs, and he rapped the same way through the whole song. Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start. Nigga, I said that I know that you mad. I emptied the club with him and the dad. To deal with his head, to deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. I gotta go bad. Drop. Drop a 50 bag for the mob in the spot. He kept that same bop the whole flow. Say, day free. That day free. Cause it's the D and then hey, let it breathe. Say that, hey. Say that ever free, hey, but not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga Dave. Yo, man, look, it's the same flow all the way. The second song, come on. If Drake shooters doing tit-tot, nigga really shooting in your game, that's peace, brother, y'all ain't getting shit shot. Nigga can't listen to the stick, talking false, sell or say before a hip-hop, nigga, you don't even be a home dog, you a souvenir out the gift stop, can't listen to the six stop dog, nigga, say before a hip-hop, nigga, did. And that's through the whole song. Did the live like with a did the scene that nigga better squeeze that trigger. Like, it is the same shit. Third song, come on. Kendrick just opened their mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? I'm on that side of the head. West Coast nigga to pay right. Come get the you see what I'm saying? You wanna take over for real? Can't get that legacy out of my mouth. See the hoe. And let it come out of their mouth. You see what I'm saying? Like, he read the same one-dimensional ass nigga. And I've been noticed that, but he be making the slaps. Kendrick not no one-dimensional ass nigga. Listen to Euphoria, how many times he switched flows. Listen to Not Like Us, how many times he switched flows and cadences. And Drake can't do that. He can't. He has trouble. He can't do that. Yeah. Drake, I've been listening to Drake long enough. I'm a rapper. I study rappers. I literally can name all the one-dimensional rappers and name how they rap. I can literally impersonate their flow, and you can go listen to them, and you will say, God damn, Unc was right. Just flip song to song, hit the same flow. Hit the same goddamn flow. Like, nigga, when do you switch it up? Cole can do it. Kendrick can do it. Jay-Z can do it. Lil Wayne, he versatile. He more versatile than Drake as far as rapping ability. Nicki can do it. Meg Thee Stallion can do it. Yeah, like, shit, a nigga that's one-dimensional, Big Sean. One-dimensional. They get in that flow and they run that same flow. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just an old nigga, you know. Don't nobody care about versatility no more. And goddamn, nigga, you rapping the same exact way. The song, why this song sound like the last one? The album sound like one long goddamn song, the same flow on every song. Like, nigga, what? All right. Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat before we get into this second letter of this motion. This one is about the documents that Drake wants them to provide, and they're basically saying oh shit, excuse me, Jesus, I'm so sorry. And this is basically Universal's legal team saying why they shouldn't have to provide these documents, and yeah, why Drake tripping. But let me see who in here tonight. Jid definitely can do it. Yes, he can do it. Yes, he did. Yeah, because I heard him on that goddamn Bodies with Offset. He definitely can do it. Darren was fabricated. This is how he was taught to be one dimension. Exactly. Yeah, that's another thing, Vicky. Thank you for reminding me of that. Because yes, that's another reason why Drake want to see goddamn Kendrick contract, because Drake mentioned the shit first. Matter of fact, it's in this paperwork. They put it in his paperwork where Drake said, pull your contract because we got to see the splits. It's in this paperwork. And Kendrick said, show me your percentage. What'd he say? I'll make sure I double back with you? You was signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga? Drake didn't like that shit. Let's speak on percentage. Something. Yeah. So anyway, Drake's second letter motion seeks to compel the production of documents responding to certain requests for production or RFPs. Drake seeks inter alia production of Kendrick Lamar's full recording contract. He really want to know how much money Kendrick make. Documents showing the value of Lamar's recording catalog since January 2020, Interscope's monthly revenues and profits over the same period, and Interscope CEO Jack Johnnick's executive compensation for the last 5 years. Translation: basically what's going on here, because it's going to state it down here, as I told y'all, I read this already. Drake wants to see Kendrick Lamar's contract because he wants to see his splits, his bonuses, his incentives, shit like that. He also wants to see it because of the part in the contract, which is usually in every artist contract, where Universal, the company they're assigned to, or in Kendrick's situation, Interscope, and even being on Interscope, the last say-so go through Universal. Universal could say no. But anyway, basically, they have the option to say, no, Kendrick, you can't put this song out. And they didn't do that. And Drake don't like that. And he feel like they should have did that. And he wants to show that that's in the contract. So that's 2 reasons why he wants Kendrick contract. Also, he wants Interscope's monthly revenues and their profits from January 2020 up until now. He also wants to know how much money they've made off of Kendrick Lamar's catalog from January 2020 up until now. He also wants to know how much the CEO of Interscope has made from 2020 until now. And the reason why he wants to know this, as it's going to state later in the paperwork, is because he wants his lawyers to be able to compare profits from 2020 up until after the battle to show that Interscope Records and Universal and Kendrick and the CEO of Interscope, all of them, their money increased after putting out Not Like Us. And to him, that will show a motive and an incentive to boost Not Like Us to outdo Drake and not knock Drake out of his position. Because Drake is trying to say it was also a financial gain for them to plot against me to put this song out that could hurt me. So I need to see, it literally says in here, he wants to see these papers, these numbers, so he could compare them and go, oh, okay, see, this what they made here, and then they put the song out and their numbers went up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this was the plan. And they say in the paper, you can't say that shit. It's a number of things that could have caused a spike in the goddamn money. You know how many artists we got signed to this label, bitch? So anyway, let's get through the paperwork. As with his motion concerning Sir Lucian Grange, this motion is nothing but an obvious attempt to misuse the discovery process to pursue a relevant and overbroad request principally calculated to harass, embarrass, or annoy Drake's perceived adversaries. This includes Kendrick Lamar, who is plainly the real target of Drake's anger, Interscope Records, the label that distributes Lamar recordings, Interscope CEO John Janik, and UMG more broadly. Translation: Kendrick whooped his ass. He mad. So just like a Jewish white man, because he is a Jewish white man, not talking about Lucian Grange, even though Lucian Grange is a Jewish white man, Drake is a Jewish white man. So he say, I'm going to hurt you through the court. And that's basically what they saying. The nigga got his ass whooped, and now he mad, and now he trying to misuse the goddamn court system and the discovery to dig into shit that ain't none of his goddamn business, that ain't got nothing to do with this shit. He harassing and bullying us. He being a nosy bitch, daring ass nigga. Drake's relevance arguments for these invasive and overbroad requests are unfounded. While broad discovery is available under Rule 26 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, it is not without its limits. Requests must be reasonably calculated to lead to discovery of admissible evidence. The court should not allow parties to roam in the shadow zones of relevancy, and discovery requests that are merely fishing expeditions must be denied. In other words, they can't do this shit. The shit must be reasonable. It must lead to discovery of some evidence that's admissible. And this ain't gonna lead to shit. They just fishing, and y'all not supposed to let them do that shit. That's what they saying. So requests 11 and 12 in the request for production that Drake's legal team submitted. Number 11, Drake wants Interscope. He want to see the CEO of Interscope. He want to see his private and highly confidential compensation details going back to 2021, 4 years before Not Like Us was even released. Yet, Drake makes no attempt to explain how his intrusive request for 5 years worth of individual compensation records is conceivably relevant or proportional to this case, which centers on the release and promotion of a single track and music video in 2024. There is none. In other words, he asking for this man's shit and he ain't proved how it's relevant. Shit. Talking about one goddamn song. How he ain't proved how all this goddamn back information is relevant to this one goddamn song. It ain't relevant. And his arguments in support of discovery of any of Mr. Janik's compensation information, none of which even attempts to link Mr. Janik's compensation to any decision to release Not Like Us in particular. Drake's only explanation for wanting this nigga's information is to prove that he was incentivized to promote Kendrick Lamar's song because he the CEO of Interscope. His bonus is based in part of Interscope's financial performance. That's what Drake is saying. Drake does not argue that such an arrangement would have given the CEO an incentive to promote Kendrick's music over any other Interscope artist or Not Like Us over any other recording. that he thought might be a commercial success. Instead, Drake manufactures the basis for such a motive out of thin air, speculating that because UMG's CEO encourages competition between its record label divisions, UMG's compensation structure must be a zero-sum game that pitted Lamar's label against Drake's label. In other words, he's saying Universal incentivizes which label is doing the best, so they promote competition between record labels, is what he's saying. Because there's a bunch of record labels under UMG. UMG is the main parent company, and under that you got a bunch of record labels. Interscope, Cash Money, it's a bunch of them. And basically Drake is trying to say, yeah, no, cause cause now Lucian be up there and he be telling them to compete against each other. And that's what Interscope was doing. They were competing with my label, and they was trying to take me out. Shut your ass up. But this theory is nowhere to be found in Drake's complaint, which states only that Mr. Jonic's bonus is based primarily on the financial success of Interscope. The proposition that Mr. Jonic or any other corporate executive running a division of a large business is partly compensated based on the performance of that division is entirely remarkable. In other words, the CEO don't get paid depending on how good the goddamn division is doing. That's ridiculous. Drake is not entitled to discovery into UMG's most sensitive and highly guarded records, which are not public anywhere, let alone 5 years of them. So, his request for production number 12. Now, number 11 was he wants to see the CEO of Interscope Records financial records. He want to see the niggas' money. What kind of, I want to say the C word so bad. What kind of white people shit is this? Drake is trying to dig into these people's bank accounts, fam. Over a rap battle, he wants to see what this man has been paid from the record. This nigga want his W-2s, nigga. What? Is this not white man shit? Is this not Jewish shit? No disrespect to the Jews. I'm not disrespecting the Jews when I say that. I'm not disrespecting the Jews at all. I don't have no problem with the Jews. I'm just saying Drake is Jewish, so instead of taking it on the chin like a nigga, he in court being a wigger. He trying to get into the people goddamn money. So in number 12, Drake wants Interscope's 2024 is, this one basically, I ain't gonna read that. This one basically, he requesting, this nigga wants to know the record labels' incentive metrics, they targets, they projections, and they performance used to determine who get bonuses. In other words, we want to see y'all, it's a word I'm looking for, I can't think of it, but whatever number that y'all have set that people supposed to hit to get a bonus, we want to know what it is. We want to know what the incentive is. We want to know what metrics y'all go by. We want to know what your targets is for what numbers you're trying to hit. We want to see the performance, like how you use the performance to determine who gonna get an annual bonus. What? Drake offers no basis for this request beyond the meritless arguments about the CEO. That is not surprising, as his complaint makes no allegations about the compensation of any other Interscope executive. He only want to know about this one nigga. He not asking about no other executive money. He just want to know about John Janik's money. What? How? Nigga, y'all got to be incentivizing this nigga. He the CEO. He must be close with Lucian. These niggas was in on it together. How much money he make off of Not Like Us? I need to know. So, Drake's request 29 and 30. 29, he want all the documents from January 2020 to present relating to any instruction, direction, or suggestion in any song or music video over which UMG has contractual rights or control of any kind be censored, modified, or altered or not licensed, published or promoted based on the content or the song or the video. Number 30 seeks the same with respect to any music by rapper Pusha T, including particularly The Story of Adidon, a different diss track from a separate feud that attacks Drake. Hold on, let me see before I get into my shit. Okay, look, what I found interesting about this one was, because this is the part where Drake is snitching on himself. But at the same time, it don't make sense to me. Because he's ultimately saying he wants them to produce paperwork and that shows UMG has the right to not publish, censor, alter, modify, not license the music of their artists. And if you don't, now I'm not saying this is what the paperwork's saying. We want the paperwork that prove this, that y'all do this. And if you think we're bullshitting, you don't believe us, look into The Story of Adidon by Pusha T. That's a different diss track from a separate feud. That's what this is saying. We want the paperwork. We want any documents relating to any instruction, direction, or suggestion that any song that y'all released has been censored, modified, altered, or not published based on the content of the song or the video. And if you lie and say you don't do that shit, look up Pusha T, The Story of Adidon, right? I said, when I first heard it, I said, oh shit, he right. He right. But then I was like, wait a minute. Because I'm thinking, because when I said it on stream, I was like, damn, was a video coming for that? And Universal put a halt on the video? Because matter of fact, I think at the time, Pusha T was signed with Def Jam, so I think Def Jam is under Universal as well. So I was like, they are under Universal because that's why they wanted that's why Def Jam wanted to Clips to take the Kendrick verse off, and that's why they left Def Jam. Yep, Def Jam is under Universal. So anyway, I say a video must have been coming. They put a stop to it, but then as I was doing research for this, I looked up The Story of Adidon. I looked it up on the Google chat. And then I played it because I ain't heard it in so long. And then I said, wait a minute. I couldn't. 3 streaming services come up when you type it in. Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. It's not on neither one of them. One YouTube come up on the side. And I click and it's not even Pusha T YouTube. So I click and I listen to it and I go, wait a minute. That's Jay-Z beat. He couldn't have distributed that anyway. Wait a minute. How the label gon' I don't see them suppressing anything because I don't see them suppressing that because of the content. That was somebody else. That was a mixtape. How you gonna say that shit about a mixtape song? That was a mixtape diss song. That wasn't no original beat. So I really want to know where and how did they suppress that song? Because back then, that's when Drake was still in good with the label, so he still had that pull. You see what I'm saying? He was still the label darling. So he could put in that call. Yo, fam. Hey, fam, I'm over here. I'm on the road, fam. I don't like the thing that Pusha T said, man. I don't like the thing you talk about, man, them over your 40. Man, sick, man. Man, sick, man. You know you got these sick, man. I cannot talk about my brother. No, man, them cannot do, no, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how that worked because that was a mixtape song. So, they got so many artists, they can't review every record. It's absurd to think that they literally can, review every goddamn song before it come out. 29 and 30 also fail on relevance grounds. Drake alleges that UMG's standard long-form recording contract includes a provision permitting it to eliminate material that it believes constitutes defamation or libel. and that any historical exercise of UMG of such rights is relevant, but UMG's capacity to censor or modify content under separate contracts has no relevance to its capacity to censor or modify content under a Kendrick Lamar contract. UMG has produced the relevant sections of its contract with Lamar bearing on any rights to modify or censor his songs. That is the only contract relevant to Drake's defamation claim. Drake's only other relevance argument is that the documents showing any attempts by UMG to censor rap lyrics would be relevant to testing UMG's position that rap lyrics are not understood by the reasonable listener as conveying factual information. The argument fails because the reasonable person standard is, as the court noted, an objective question of law. The subjective views of any specific individuals do not factor in. Translation. Drake say any long form contract that Universal have, they are permitted to eliminate any material that they believe is defamatory that's finna come out about somebody, right? He won't. And he's saying they have the right to do that. They have done so in the past. Their response is, what they did with other niggas ain't got shit to do with what they doing with Kendrick. How you know his contract the same? Separate contracts has no relevance to his capacity to censor or modify content under a contract with Lamar. Just because they have the capacity to censor or modify content under separate contracts, that has no relevance. So yeah, the standard long-form recording contract may include a provision permitting us to eliminate material. But how you know that's the same in his contract? Not to mention we provided the part of the contract that addressed that, and you bitches complained about it. That's ultimately what this say. Shit, we provided the part. The only other relevance argument is that the contract would show that we supposed to censor some shit. And if we do that, then that's us saying that, well, the reasonable listener won't know whether this shit is fact or fiction. But I think that the reasonable listener could listen to this song and say, oh yeah, nah, he just talking shit. He just talking shit. Drake makes only a passing attempt to justify number 31 and 33 requests, which are irrelevant, invasive, and entirely overbroad. Drake purports to need documents showing 5.5 years of Interscope's monthly revenues and profits to be able to compare the financial impact of Not Like Us on Interscope and UMG to past years. Didn't I tell y'all he wanted to compare the numbers? The notion that Drake could isolate the impact of Not Like Us from Interscope's top-line financials is nonsensical, as any number of events in the previous half-decade account for shifting revenues and profits at Interscope. Even taking his flawed position as true, Drake offers no basis for why he needs 5 years' worth of financial data. Drake's explanation for wanting to see the profits from Kendrick Lamar recording catalog from the last 5.5 years is to support his theory that Universal is incentivized to promote Not Like Us, not only to profit in the near term, but also to heavily monetize in the future. UMG wanted to prove it could immediately maximize Mr. Duckworth's value to convince him to re-sign exclusively with UMG long term. What this means is anyone's guess. Drake makes no attempt to explain why discovery on the historical value of Lamar's recording catalog has any relevance to his claim that UMG tried to convince Lamar to re-sign with UMG, or how that relates to Not Like Us. It does not. Translation: Drake feels like Interscope or UMG went to Kendrick and said, hey, yeah, we gonna help you push this Not Like Us song so you can kick Drake ass and knock him out of his spot, and we gonna make you the guy, but all you got to do is come re-sign with us. Come to death row. That's what Drake is saying happened. That's what he's saying. They was incentivized to promote it, not only to profit in the near term, but also to heavily monetize in the future. They wanted to prove to Kendrick that they could instantly maximize his value. Nigga, I'm telling nigga, we got it. We push that button, brother. Say, brother, all you need, brother, we got you, brother. That's what he's saying happened. As if Kendrick Lamar wasn't already one of them niggas. As if Kendrick Lamar wasn't already in the conversations as one of the GOATs. You understand what I'm saying? I'm confused. Kendrick ain't put out, number one albums and shit, selling albums and shit, and selling out shows. He ain't doing none of that. So Universal say, hey, we can increase your value if you take care of this goddamn vanilla wafer head ass nigga for us. And he said, all right. That's what he's saying happened. Drake's about Kendrick Lamar's contract. Drake's request for production number 1 seeks any contracts between Universal and Kendrick Lamar reflecting UMG's right to approve, reject, refuse to publish, edit, amend, alter, or veto the publication of Lamar songs or videos. The parties agreed that UMG would produce any portions of its contract with Lamar reflecting such rights and redact the remaining. At Drake's request, UMG also agreed to leave the contract section headings unredacted. UMG did just that. Drake, nonetheless, now moves for an unredacted copy of the contract. Bitch, we gave you what you asked for, bitch. You asked us for the contract, bitch, and we said, okay, we give it to you, but we gotta black some shit out because that's personal. We can't release this information. But we'll leave the headings on there so you can know what section to go to when you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? We won't black that out. And they said, okay, cool. They got it, and then turn around and say, this ain't good enough. We need to see everything. Bitch, I told you from the beginning I wasn't gonna show you everything. So you mean to tell me I had my people put that shit together for nothing, bitch? I told you. I'm not making this shit up just for comedic value. This is what it say. At Drake's request, UMG also agreed to leave the Wait. The parties agreed that UMG would produce any portions of its contract with Lamar reflecting such rights and redact the remaining. They told him, we're going to give you the shit, but we're going to block some shit out. So at Drake's request, UMG also agreed to leave the section headings on this so they could see where they going. They did it. Drake said, that ain't good. This appears to be another instance of Drake seeking discovery based on his grudges like a bitch.
Use a bitch. Straight bitch. You get 2 options, nigga, the switch or the stick.
Drake called on Lamar to release his contract during the rap feud. Pull your contract, cause we gotta see the split. I highlighted the shit for you. They put it in the lawsuit. We know that Drake on some bitch shit. We know he is. How do we know? We gave him what he asked for. Then he come back crying like a hoe, and we got proof that he want to see more. He said, pull your contract, cause we gotta see the split. The nigga is a bitch. What do you need to see? Drake cannot explain why the rest of the contract is relevant. He contends that redactions deprive him of context, but the portions of the contract bearing on UMG's right to refuse, reject, or otherwise edit Lamar's music, videos, or accompanying artwork have been produced and are entirely intelligible. Drake contends that the contract should be produced in full on the principle that courts oppose unilateral relevance redactions. Now, this is the thing I want y'all to understand too, and I want to point out to make this very important. Because they put in this paperwork, if you notice, they're literally saying, Drake cannot explain. Drake contends. Drake requests. Which means that, again, Universal produced the paperwork to the lawyers. Drake seen it and didn't like what he saw. And said, no, this ain't gonna work. Not the lawyers. The lawyers didn't get it and say, oh, no, this ain't gonna work. Drake himself. Hold on. Here we go. Exceptions apply where, as here, commercially sensitive information is at issue. And matter of fact, K-Bay, you still in here. I think she a lawyer. Damn it, if I don't know what I'm talking about, she could tell you. And I ain't doxing her. She said it on stream before. She said it. So here we go. Exceptions apply where, as here, commercially sensitive information is at issue. Commercial information such as budget figures, performance metrics, and other business performed was properly redacted. In other words, we crossed out the money because you don't need to see that, bitch. Holding that competitively sensitive portions of licensing agreements that were not relevant to the issues in the case could be redacted. In other words, like licensing agreements, like, how am I trying to explain this? Basically the money. Who Kendrick got the deals that's in the contract, we blocking out the money. In other words, that's sensitive information. The agreements we have with him, the licenses agreements, the splits, what we're doing, the percent, all that shit is personal. And so we redacted that. The redactions here shield highly commercially sensitive information. Drake has made no showing whatsoever as to the relevance of the redacted portions, the subject matter of which may be gleaned from the headings. And the ongoing competition between Drake and Lamar requires the exercise of additional caution with respect to the commercially sensitive information, because they know that if Drake sees some shit in the contract he can use, he gon' diss it. Yeah, I see your contract, bitch. You know I see your split. You got the 80-20 shit, nigga. You a bitch. I see you get percentage and you get the shit to Taylor. Yeah, you said you a player, but you never was major. Drop him, give it 50, cause the top get a 50 ball every single month out your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, you say you own your own label, nigga, but you're out here telling fables. And I heard you, that's scissor. What? What? Nigga, wait a minute, bitch. Wait. Drake is, at this point, Drake will do whatever. He don't care. Drake will do whatever. Drake also argued that the existence of the attorney eyes only designation in the party's protective order abrogates any otherwise justified withholding or redaction of documents, including confidential or proprietary. In other words, this goddamn paragraph, Drake trying to say, why y'all can't show us the shit? Y'all got the attorney eyes only shit in play with the goddamn protective order. So only the attorney's gonna be able to see it. Come on, only the attorney's gonna be able to see it, though. Why you can't unblock it? I ain't gonna look at it. I promise I ain't gonna look at it. You say the only attorney eyes only. You got it. It's in the protective order. I ain't gonna violate it. They like, hell no, bitch. We ain't putting that shit out because anything a leak. Do you know what if Kendrick Lamar actual record contract leak online? What is that? What is that? Cause you know he gonna leak it. Drake is a bitch. Do you think Drake, I believe Drake is such a bitch that he will put lawyers' careers in jeopardy just to win this shit, just to get the upper hand. I believe that shit in my heart. That they'll tell him, Drake, Aubrey, we gonna let you see the shit, okay? But you can't say nothing. That some bitch will go right on this goddamn street. Iceman, you know? Iceman, Kendrick, Iceman, you know? I see you over there, you pay $1.2 million for your penthouse fam. How you afford that fam? You only get $150,000 a month. I see your contract fam. What the fuck is this? Oh Lord Jesus, we gonna lose our license. I studied for the bar for 2 years. This bitch ass nigga finna get me disbarred. I told this nigga not to say nothing. Yeah, fam, you on the road, fam? You on the road, fam? Let me find out, fam. SZA making more money from the tour than you, fam. Oh my God. Oh shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Drake that kind of nigga. I believe it. Drake that kind of nigga. But anyway, they say The shit he requesting, it need to be denied. Period. Make sure it's all I wanted to say about this bitch. Oh, no. I got some shit. This was from yesterday. Thursday. In the court. They went to court. They had a hearing. Hold on. Wait. I got you.
You's a bitch. Straight bitch. You get too hot, the nigga to switch or the stick.
Yeah.
You's a bitch.
Yeah, that Drake right there. So at the oral argument the other day, the judge asked Drake's lawyers point blank whether Drake's lyrics that Kendrick is not biological father of his child and that he beats his girlfriend were facts or opinion, and Drake lawyer couldn't give a straight answer. But he did answer. He said, I don't know that the court has a record sufficient to be able to make that determination because the court doesn't have the context behind all the different allegations in the song. There isn't a complaint with allegations giving meaning to the lyrics. We don't know. Was there cover art? We don't know. Was there a video? We don't know. Was there a singular message? We don't know. How people understood it? We don't know. So that is both a determination that the court doesn't need to make here. Nor is there one that the court has a record to make here. That could be the subject of questions that I imagine UMG will want to get into in discovery in this case. But it is certainly not a reason to find that the pleadings failed to state a claim on which relief can be granted. So in other words, the judge say, listen, because they trying to say, because the whole thing about this is the defamation of the character. So while y'all saying Kendrick said this, well, Drake said this. Is that fact or opinion? You said he beat up his girl. Is that facts or opinion? You said Dave Free smashed his girl. Is that facts or opinion? And the lawyer was like, shit. I mean, my nigga, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But shit. We ain't even really here to talk about that right now. And, you know, I don't think that's what y'all need to be worried about right now. You know, Your Honor, respect. That's what he said. That translation, that's what he said. So, on the issue of the judge's question to Drake's lawyer, Drake doesn't have to prove his statements are true, but the question matters because of context. If both of us are trying to outdo each other at hurling insults, exaggerations, opinions, and lies at each other, what you said to me matters when you sue me for slander to determine whether it was factual, mudslinging, or an opinion-based insult galore. One of the things the judge considers in determining whether the reasonable listener would see something as a fact or an opinion is whether the person making the statement has specialized knowledge or access to info. And they say, do people believe Kendrick has special access to info about Drake? In other words, basically, I think, do they give me an example down here? I think they do, so I ain't gonna say it. On the issue of pedophiles, the lyrics said pedophiles, plural, and the album art put many alleged sex offender markers on the pic of Drake's house. This shows that the use of plural in the lyrics was not an accident. If Kendrick referred to Drake's crew as pedophiles as a factual statement, why are those other members of the crew not suing Kendrick or UMG for the defamation of the character? After all, those members of Drake's crew did not release diss lyrics against Kendrick. Also, Kendrick called them by name but only called Drake Certified Lover Boy in the lines before pedophiles. Could it be inferred that those members of Drake's crew did not understand Kendrick's diss as factual statements? I think that inference can be made. In other words, Kendrick called them other niggas pedophiles. Why they ain't suing too? Why Drake the only one suing? And he really didn't even directly call Drake a pedophile because I know the lyrics by heart and he quoted them. I know the nigga said, say Drake, wait. Damn it, I drew a blank. Baka. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-down. Party at the party playing with his nose now. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. He did say pedophiles with an S. He didn't say certified lover boy, certified pedophile. I'm just saying. He called all them niggas pedophiles if that's the case, right? They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. Party at the party playing with his nose now. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Oh, okay. Why the rest of them niggas ain't suing? Okay, that's some other shit. Hold on. Cause basically this basically argues like what you could say. Like this shit is stupid. Shit don't even make a nigga don't even want a rap battle no more. Like really? But yeah, they gonna have because the whole thing is the defamation of the character, and in order to get that, you gotta prove that this person has certain knowledge and they did it with malice and all that shit. Like yeah, it's yeah. So I think that's all I got on the Drake shit. I think I had some more shit, but I think that's all I'm gonna do on the Drake shit. They talked about the 360 deal. I swear it was something else. It might have been something off on the side that I missed. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, they be putting shit in the Discord. Hold on. Wait a minute, I'm coming right now, god damn it, I'm coming. What I did with the shit? Here's the shit right here. Here's the shit right here. What is this? What is this? You can put in the goddamn Discord. What is this? You did the shit. Oh, you sent me the Kojo shit. Nah, I ain't gonna get it. No, I want to read that shit first. I want to read the Kojo shit first and get an understanding of what's going on, and then I'll discuss it. So yeah, I'm gonna do the Kojo shit separately. Cause like I said, I would rather read it and get an understanding of it, and then I can come give a better stream about it if I know what I'm talking about when I get to it, opposed to having to try to read it. Cause some of these words I had to Google. Like they got words in this shit I ain't never seen before. Credulity. What? What the fuck is that? So yeah. But anyway, I think that's all I got. Two white men fighting. Drake, powerful white man, Jewish man, fighting with another powerful white Jewish man. And we gonna see who gonna win. But this nigga Drake,
You's a bitch. Straight bitch. You get 2 options, nigga, to switch or to stick.
yeah, man, that's what he is. I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't know if he look, like I said, I think, and I'm finna digress after this, I think what Drake is doing, shit stopped going. He got into it with the label, shit behind the scenes that we don't know about that's way above our pay grade. He been pissing people off for years. He been doing niggas wrong. And his time is up, fam. Niggas is sick of his shit. He probably been acting like a brat behind the scenes and shit, doing bitch shit. And the label got tired of him. And just so happened, Kendrick jumped out there and whooped his ass. And they was like, well, shit, this our opportunity to hit the eject button. Let's get this goddamn Canadian bacon face ass nigga out of here. And shit. It is what it is, goddamn it. So yeah, I digress on that. Oh, wait. And so yeah, basically because of that, and Drake feel like the label, and the funny thing is I really don't feel like the label had nothing to do with, yeah, the label got behind the song after it blew up, but like I said, the people unanimously decided that Kendrick whooped Drake ass. The people unanimously decided that Not Like Us was the song. It's still getting played to this day. You put it on, people not gonna jam. Hating ass people gonna say, oh man, they're still playing that shit. I can't believe they're still playing this shit. Shut your hating ass up, you bitch ass nigga. That song hard than a bitch, nigga. You probably need a subpoena. You probably move with the flocks, you bitch ass nigga. That's why you don't like the song. They talking about your kind, ain't it? You certified pedophile. Get this bitch ass niggas out of here. That's why he don't like the song. He like kids. That's what it is. Yeah, you bitch. We know you kind, bitch. Yeah, at the party playing with your nose now, ain't you, bitch? Yeah, looking at them goddamn kids, you bitch. Speaking of, let me digress on this and go to this